Can you work part-time as a freight agent or a freight broker? We're going to talk all about this question today. I'm Nate Cross with Freight 360, where we provide the latest freight brokering sales tips and training videos to help you reach your goals faster. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and check out our weekly podcast, Freight 360, every Friday wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also check us out on the web at freight360.net. Let's jump into today's video. Welcome back, everybody. Nate Cross here. We have another awesome question from one of our listeners. I'm going to read the email and we're going to discuss everything here. All right, so the question is, can I work part-time as a freight agent or a freight broker? Hello, Nate. Started listening to your podcast last week and I have a question about working as a freight agent. Do you know if it's possible to work part-time as a freight agent? I currently work as a production coordinator, but I'm interested in diving deeper into the supply chain and logistics world. At my current company, I coordinate production as well as inbound and outbound shipping from our co-packers to fulfillment centers. I'm usually booking the freight through C.H. Robinson, Mothership, or with a third-party broker. I really like the work, but I felt the need to pursue a more entrepreneurial role. Given that I like the work of coordinating shipping for my current company, I believe freight agent work could be something I'd enjoy as well. I'd be very interested to hear if there are freight agent programs that allow for part-time work. If not, do you know of any other part-time opportunities that could allow me to get my feet wet in the freight industry? Looking forward to hearing your feedback. Thank you. Well, thanks for the question. This is a good one. A couple things come to mind. So anytime somebody asks, can I do it part-time? Can I be a broker part-time? Can I be an agent part-time? You have to think about it this way. Do freight brokering problems or issues only happen part-time? So let's say you wanted to work a couple hours a day or maybe 2 days a week. Well, are the problems only going to pop up that require your attention 2 days a week or 2 hours a day? Likely no. So it's very difficult to be a freight broker and a successful broker and only do it part-time if you're working a few days a week. You can potentially do it every day, but maybe just do it for a few hours a day as you're getting your feet wet. Maybe you're just spending some time mentoring somebody, doing your research, making some prospecting phone calls, things like that. That's possible. But if you're just going to pick certain days of the week to do it, it's really not a good option, and you're just setting yourself up for failure. So let's talk about the agent role versus the W-2 role. So you could potentially, if you wanted to be an employee of somebody, whether it's a licensed broker or a freight agent who works for a brokerage, you could start part-time with them to learn the ropes. Maybe you're a part-time dispatcher or a part-time account manager where you're just making some sales calls or working on some existing loads that they have. And maybe you're just doing it a few days a week or a few hours a day. Because that way when you're not there, there's still the rest of the team that can help out and backfill when issues pop up or a load has an issue that requires you to find a new carrier or cross dock or whatever the case might be. That's one way to do it. A lot of agents too, they may take you on as a sub-agent, which means that you can potentially do it for a few hours a day and start to grow your book of business, and maybe you have another full-time job that you're gonna work, your 8 hours a day and then you throw 4 hours into brokering. That's a possibility as well. Again, we win at what we focus on, and if you're not focusing 100% on your brokering work and you're building your book of business, you're not gonna succeed the way that other folks will. So I wanna talk about a couple of training options. So there are a lot of mentorship programs out there. So I know a ton of agents that love to take on folks that are newer and want to learn from them. They'll show you the ropes. Not always a part-time thing, but it's a great opportunity to get your feet wet and learn the industry. I've talked about it in the past about just shadowing somebody for a couple days, see if it's even something you'd be interested in. There's training courses that are out there that'll give you some basic general knowledge of freight brokering, and I highly recommend everybody be fully educated on brokerage before they just hop into it. So that's my feedback for you. I would not recommend doing it part-time unless you still have the backing of somebody else, whether it's an agent that has a full agency operation going, or if you're working part-time as an employee for a company that has a full staff that is there to help you out for all the other issues that might pop up. So again, thanks for the question. Look forward to reading or getting to the next questions here as we move on. So thanks again.